Get ready for the action because we start with a major debate shaking up the league. Dodgers manager Dave Roberts is stepping up to defend Shohei Ohtani and the two-way rule after a controversial critique from Chicago Cubs manager Craig Counsell. Counsell called the rule bizarre, suggesting it gives the Dodgers an unfair edge, and Roberts is laying down the law about why Ohtani is an exception to the rule.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This Allen 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
Next up, we look at a major injury update that has sent shockwaves through the Dodgers organization. Former New York Mets closer Edwin Diaz is facing elbow surgery to remove loose bodies and will be sidelined for at least 3 months. We dive into what this means for the team's pitching staff and the future of their closer role. Now, we shift focus to the intense rivalry as the Los Angeles Dodgers open their series against the San Francisco Giants. We break down the matchup, looking at the team records, the offensive struggles of the Giants, and the key personnel changes happening on both sides as this historic rivalry kicks off. Finally, we get the full response from Dave Roberts addressing the criticism surrounding the Ohtani two-way player status. Roberts firmly stated that while the team benefits, Ohtani is an exceptional exception, and he challenges anyone to find another player who can do both. Stay with us for more breaking news, and don't forget to subscribe for your daily dose of sports action. Denver, the dynamic between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs is set to intensify as the two teams prepare for a crucial 3-game series this weekend. However, the focus shifted Monday when Cubs manager Craig Counsell voiced a critique regarding MLB rules that limit teams to carrying only 13 pitchers on their active roster, specifically targeting Shohei Ohtani. Counsell characterized the allowance for Ohtani, due to his two-way status, as a bizarre exception to the rules. Counsell suggested the rule exists primarily to benefit offense, but singled out the Dodgers, stating, "And then there's one team that's allowed to carry basically one of both, and that he gets special consideration," which is probably the most bizarre rule. He further asserted that no other player exists with such dual capabilities, noting that one team receives different rules for that specific player. The two-way status, granted to players who have pitched at least 20 innings and started at least 20 games as a hitter within the last 2 years, undeniably provides the Dodgers a significant advantage. This flexibility has allowed them to field a 6-man starting rotation while maintaining an 8-man bullpen. In response to the comments, Dodgers manager Dave Roberts firmly defended Ohtani and the team's strategy. Roberts acknowledged the benefit the player brings, but dismissed the implication of special treatment. "The thing is, it certainly benefits us because we have the player," Roberts stated. "But that's something that any team that had Ohtani would have that player. We're more than willing for other teams to go out and find a player who can do both. He's an exception because he's an exceptional player." It is what it is. Roberts emphasized that no other player matches Ohtani's MVP-caliber dual performance. The Dodgers are poised to leverage this roster flexibility in the upcoming series against the Cubs this weekend, aiming to maximize the advantage provided by their star player. Former New York Mets closer Edwin Diaz is facing elbow surgery to remove loose bodies, an injury that is expected to sideline him for at least 3 months. The 32-year-old right-hander, who joined the Los Angeles Dodgers this winter after signing a 3-year, $69 million contract, has struggled with his new team. His performance has been concerning, highlighted by a 10.5 ERA and a dip in velocity during a recent loss to the Colorado Rockies. Dodgers manager Dave Roberts confirmed the decision, stating that after observing the situation, the team felt it was proactive to get an MRI which revealed loose bodies in Diaz's elbow. Roberts indicated that surgery has been scheduled, and the team anticipates a second-half return. This marks the second major injury Diaz has sustained in the last 3 years. Previously, he tore his right knee's patellar tendon during the 2023 World Baseball Classic. Diaz had enjoyed a successful return to form last season with the Mets, earning the Trevor Hoffman Award for the best reliever in the National League, posting a 1.63 ERA with 28 saves and 98 strikeouts in 66.1 innings. Diaz ultimately opted for the Dodgers, accepting an additional $3 million over the Mets' offseason offer of a 3-year, $66 million contract. The Los Angeles Dodgers are opening a highly anticipated rivalry series against the San Francisco Giants, marking their first meeting of the season. The Dodgers enter the matchup with a dominant 16-6 record, sitting atop the MLB leaderboards, while the Giants enter in fourth place with a 9-13 record under rookie manager Tony Vitello. The Dodgers' recent performance has been strong, highlighted by a 12-run offensive explosion in a recent series against the Colorado Rockies. However, key personnel adjustments are underway. Mookie Betts remains sidelined after an early game injury, prompting the recall of Hye-Seong Kim to stabilize the middle infield alongside veteran Miguel Rojas. Pitching depth is also a concern, as all-star closer Edwin Diaz is set to miss the next 3 months recovering from right elbow surgery, placing him on the 15-day injury list. On the Giants' side, the team faces a significantly depleted roster, most notably the absence of right-handed pitcher Jose Butto, who is sidelined for 5 to 6 months following a second surgery to repair an axillary artery. The Giants' offense has been a persistent weakness this season. While recent performance shows some improvement, the team is navigating numerous injuries across the board, including issues in the outfield with Jard Oliva and Harrison Bader. Rehabilitation efforts are underway for both clubs. The Dodgers are working to return key players like Tommy Edman and Kike Hernandez, while pitchers like Brock Setwart and Blake Snell are progressing through rehab assignments. The Giants are also seeing positive movement, with LHP Sam Hentges and RHP Joel Peguero in their rehab phases. Historically, the two clubs have split their all-time head-to-head record, with each team holding 1,288 wins. This series promises to be a crucial contest as both teams seek to improve their standing in the competitive National League West. Los Angeles Dodgers manager Dave Roberts has issued a firm response to critics who argue the team is exploiting a loophole in MLB rules concerning two-way players. Roberts stated, "If you can't beat 'em, join 'em." The controversy stems from concerns raised by Milwaukee Brewers manager Craig Counsell regarding a recent game where Shohei Ohtani served as a starting pitcher, but was not listed as the designated hitter. Under current MLB regulations, two-way players do not count against the 13-pitcher roster limit, effectively granting the Dodgers an advantage by allowing Ohtani to function in both roles. Counsell described the rule as bizarre, suggesting it provides an unfair edge to one team. The situation gained significant attention following a pivotal moment on October 17, 2025, when Ohtani delivered a historic performance, hitting a solo home run and pitching 6 scoreless innings in Game 4 of the NLCS against the Milwaukee Brewers, leading the Dodgers to a 5-1 victory and advancing to the World Series. In response to the criticism, Roberts defended the team's strategy, asserting, "We're more than willing to have other teams go out and find a player that can do both pitching and hitting. He's an exception because he's an exceptional player." Ohtani contributed 1 hit, 2 walks, and 2 runs scored in that victory, extending his streak of reaching base to 52 consecutive games. Counsell is scheduled to have an opportunity to address his concerns directly with Roberts and Ohtani during an upcoming 3-game series when the Cubs visit Dodger Stadium.